Hi, everyone, and welcome to Inspiring Voices. I'm Avni, and this podcast is all about sharing the stories of inspiring women who have made a mark in their fields. Today, we are honored to have with us Miss Neha Agarwal. She is currently a technology auditor with Citibank with over 12 years of experience that includes stints with KPMG and EY. She has a combination of engineering in computer science and an MBA, along with being a CFA charter holder and having several technology certifications, which has placed her uniquely to be able to audit emerging technologies and processes, as well as carry out regulatory and cybersecurity reviews for financial institutions. She has been facilitated as Singapore 100 Women in Technology in Singapore by the Singapore Computer Society and IMDA. She was also nominated for Top 10 Women in Asia in Tech for Good category by Women in IT Asia. So, please tell us a bit about your job. What inspired you to pursue this career?
Thank you so much, Avni, for having me here. And it's indeed an honor for me, indeed, to join this platform. And you, such a young girl, is doing something so good and so big and for fellow teenagers. So kudos to you for that. To tell you about my job, yes, I do technology audit, as you rightly introduced. Thank you. I am currently working with Citibank Singapore, having previously worked with KPMG Singapore and EY Hong Kong. And so, what is technology audit? So, previously, years ago, there used to be only financial audit, where you look at the books of the system of companies and see they don't have any accounting frauds or any discrepancies there. But now everything is on computers, right? You don't have those physical books or your the typical Hindi munimji. So as technology auditors, we look at various aspects of your business processes, if they are being carried out properly, if there are no leaks and all controls are being the accesses are given to right people, the right technology is being used. Like the technology has to be resilient enough and it has to be strong enough to manage that kind of workload that you're going to use. So it's not always malicious things, but a lot of areas that you look at cybersecurity, infrastructure, and even application level controls. That's what my job is. Why I chose technology audit? Because like when I was a young girl like you, in my final year of engineering, my mentor was a CISA. So it's a certified information system auditor. And that guy had a great impression on me. He told me once that Neha, the best thing to do in IT is to do IT audit. So it just somehow stuck with me. And that's what I've been doing all my life. So and I really enjoy this because there is always a lot of change and things happening. Like when I started my career in early 2000s, I was doing Windows audits, right? And then we moved to SAP and Oracle ERP systems. Now, after that, I took cloud certifications. I was doing a lot of cloud audits, and now it has moved to RPA, then ML, then AI and blockchain. So it's always evolving. It's always something new to learn. The basic principles still remain the same, but it's a lot of fun with ever changing world of technology.
That's really interesting. It's good to balance passion with your career. So, you have an expertise in both finance and technology. Could you please share some of your experiences in both fields to help youngsters like us with our choices?
I think both fields are great, but like I said, even as with technology, things keep changing. Even with finance, I believe in any field you are, I think you need to constantly upskill yourself. So because I'm not in core finance, I do help with some finance work, but it's understanding of finance process that apply to technology, like how technology systems are built in. But even with core finance, you have to understand what are the regulations, for example, right? If you're operating in Hong Kong versus you're working in Singapore, nowadays you have global MNCs. So you are not, for example, violating any cross-border laws. Or so there's a lot of learning involved constantly in any job you do. In terms of pay scales, from what I see in universities in Singapore, I think finance and technology both are at the top fields that pay the most, and that is why I've seen nowadays people doing a dual degree in finance and tech. So yeah, it's if you're planning to take any of these, I think it's a great choice.
It does. It sounds really interesting that you love this career choice and of course the pay is really good for it. So Could you please share with us some things about your growing up journey and how it influenced you and your personality today?
Okay. So yeah, you would know, the people of my age, like your and your mom's age, or all of us, we grew up in a society which was moving from traditional to modern. Like we were not ultra traditional like our parents, but we were gradually moving. So there was always a conflict between my parents. My mother wanted me to just learn housework and do cooking, cleaning, sewing, and even washing clothes. She taught me everything properly so that I can be a good housewife. And she wanted to make sure that, I don't know if you understand this, ससुराल जाके नाक नहीं कटनी चाहिए. तो मतलब, I must be knowing all the household chores very properly. On the other hand, my dad wanted me to be a businesswoman, which was just really at the other end. I wanted to, but yeah, but he was a great sponsor of me studying and doing what I want, like even doing my degrees or certifications. Took my CISA when I was in uni itself, so he supported all that. He sponsored my education. So I think what is most important from both of these people, I understood, is that even if you have people who don't support you, or like they love you, they don't support you, but they will understand you ultimately when you are very sure about what you want to do. So if you think you're doing the right thing, just go ahead and be confident in yourself. And then on the same time, also try to find these sponsors like my dad, who are sponsors in the sense who will support you in, like, even at workplace, right? So many times you want to present a view, but no, not many people will agree. But at being a woman on the table, it's important to have somebody who lets you speak, who lets you present your view and supports your view, or tries to find out where are you coming from. So yeah, they help me a lot in being resilient, and it's also building these relationships and finding the right sponsors to help you move ahead in your career.
Parental approval is a lot of help. It really does make you feel better, like you know where you're going in life. It does help a lot.
You do have that, right, at home. I don't know about you, but do you
Yeah,
feel that your parents have opposing views toward,
yeah,
and sometimes you don't know what to do. So yes, it's just yeah, you have to take your call. You need to follow your heart, right? Your passion, what
yeah.
you like to do.
And it makes it easier when your parents agree with you as well. So, at
Okay.
any stage, did you
Yes.
feel there was a disadvantage of being a woman in your chosen career? And if there were, then how did you overcome them?
While studying, I think nowadays it isn't as like people do support a lot of women in technology. I was in engineering. We were just 5% of my cohort. So I think I enjoyed a lot of pampering from our teachers, and they all used to love us because we were only a few of the girls in the batch and everybody else was a boy. So it was good while studying. But after workplace, it's been nice. But yeah, becoming a mother is a privilege which only a woman has, right? It's not men don't have that kind of privilege. So that always brings some halt to your career. For example, when I had my twins, and my twins, yeah, my daughters are of your age, and y'all have played together. But when they were born, it was they had some health issues, and then I had to take a career break. So I didn't work for 5 years, and then so I was a senior associate, left my job, and 5 years later, when I decided, okay, now they're a little okay, I can go back to my career. But then they, like, my people who were my batch had become managers. But if I go back, I don't have experience. I will be hired again as a senior associate, which I was feeling so terrible about, that people who were my peers were now my bosses. So it's not an easy situation, but I think women have that power to deal with these so it was really difficult to get back. Like, I had forgotten a lot of basic stuff like Microsoft Word and Excel, sometimes even putting in out of office message on my Outlook. So had to learn and relearn those things. I had lost some of my certifications because I didn't pay the maintenance fee, and I didn't keep up the CPEs. Like, you have to study some 40 hours every year. So to recertify myself, give those exams again. But yeah, I got back on track. Then I got my third child. So there was a break again. And yeah, so I had to, this time I started working part time. So with part time, again, there's always this constant tussle between thinking about you want to spend time with your family or you want to spend time at work, and you cannot give your 100% to anything. But I think that's how you make your girls or your kids resilient as well, because they are learning to manage this kind of chaos all the time, seeing you, and they're helping you out with your chaos. So I guess it's definitely, it's not as easy as it comes to men, is what I feel. There is a lot of backing in the market now with the DEI initiatives, right? People want to get diversity and equity and inclusion, but it's some things are just inherently cannot be changed. It's what is given by God. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's difficult, but I think women have the power to do it if they put their eyes on it.
It is really inspirational being able to manage a whole family as well as your career, and that too persevering and going back to your career again and again. I'm sure it must have been quite tough.
But
So
yeah, that's the roller coaster you enjoy, right?
it is.
What's the fun in a straight line?
Yeah, that's true. So do you have any message for young teenage girls who look up to successful women like you for inspiration?
I just girls just I would say just be confident, think big, start small, act fast, because nothing is beyond your reach. When I was 15 years old, I dreamt of having a sports car. I didn't even have a money to buy the poster. I just cut it out of a newspaper and I used to carry it everywhere on my folder. I stuck it on my folder and I used to carry it, and I wanted it so badly. But it took me longer. Like a man could become a EY partner like at 30. It took me 25 years. So only when I was 40, finally I could go and get my car. And it was very, very satisfying. And so yeah, the message is that it might take longer for you to fulfill your dreams, but so far as you want it, it will happen. So don't ever give up. Be
I think that's something
confident.
a lot of people need to hear, that dreams take
Right.
a lot of time to reach, but it's worth it.
Yes, it's worth
Yeah.
it. Sure. And yeah, but then Avni, you're doing such a wonderful job with this, and you are inspiring so many other girls doing this, because we and women in technology, especially, what we feel is a lot of times there's research to prove that 73% of girls who don't go into tech is because they don't have role models. But you're bringing through this platform, introducing young girls around the world to people who have made it in the tech world. So great job. You're doing, it's a noble
Thank
thing to do.
you.
Amazing. Kudos again.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Your journey really is a testament to how perseverance and passion can lead to great achievements regardless of the challenges. And to all the listeners, especially young girls, never limit yourselves. If you have a dream, pursue it fearlessly, no matter how long it takes. It's never too late to dream big, but remember that the world moves on as well. Seek out to those who uplift you and never hesitate to make your presence known. Thank you so much, Miss Neha, for your time.
Thank you, Apni. Bye bye.
Thank you.